So let's get started. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in this webinar today. Wish you a very happy morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We have people joining in this webinar across the globe, so welcome once again. My name is Pratik, and I am your host for today. We have with us Divya, who is a Revenue Cloud expert for Salesforce line of business and working with Rialtes. Divya is going to speak to us about Salesforce Revenue Cloud. Within the Revenue Cloud, we have Salesforce CPQ, and we will be deep diving down into bundle configuration and product rules when it comes to Salesforce CPQ. But before we proceed, I'll just take a couple of minutes to introduce you about Rialtes, who we are and what we do. So we are an IT consulting organization based out of Austin, Texas. We are global organizations and have presence across US, Canada, India, UAE, and Singapore. We help Fortune 500 organizations solve complex issues with the help of technology. We specialize in Salesforce and SAP implementations across various verticals. Our technology centers offer 24/7 offshore, nearshore, and development capabilities across various and flexible delivery models. For few reasons, why our customers prefer working with Rialtes. Number one, when it comes to Salesforce, we have great amount of experience in implementing Salesforce solutions. So whether it be Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Health Cloud, Experience Cloud, or Revenue Cloud, we've all done it in the past. Number two, the trust that we have developed in the industry over the years. And last but not the least, the integrity with which we work with our clients makes us the most preferable partner for any kind of Salesforce implementations. So with this, I will hand it over to Divya to speak a little bit more about bundle configuration and product rules in Salesforce CPQ.
Thank you, Pratik, for the introduction. So, first thing first, let's discuss the topics included in this webinar. We'll be discussing about introduction to CPQ, what CPQ is exactly, understanding configure price code, understanding products in CPQ, bundle products, product features, product options, and product rules. So, a basic introduction to CPQ. CPQ stands for Configure Price Code. So, it's a sales software which is developed by Salesforce to help the sales rep to provide accurate pricing for any given product configuration to the customers. It is useful in scenarios when, suppose, a company buys 100 iPads from a seller, right? In that case, that company, as it's buying the products in bulk, needs some kind of discounts, and that procedure needs some quoting, and that can be done easily through this Salesforce CPQ software. So configure stands for what the customer need, exactly knowing what the customer needs. Then we have price. Price includes what could be the cost of the things that we are selling to the customers, right, as a sales rep. So it includes the discounts as well. The best thing about Salesforce CPQ is that in price we can have the discounts, and all the math is all done by the Salesforce CPQ software. So it's an edge for the sales reps that they need not to do anything. Then we have code. Code is basically telling, or basically a statement which is given to the customers, which tells all the details along with the description of the product, pricing, and like subscription terms, etc., so that customer is in information what they are getting from the company. Moving on to the next slide. Let's discuss about products in Salesforce CPQ. So product creation is the very first step for implementing CPQ-based software. To select or find the right product, it's need to be well descriptive or well defined. A product well described includes name, then unique product code, product family, categories, related attributes. For example, this is an example of iPad Pro, which is taken from the Apple website. And this shows how well the product is described, along with every minute description that the customer needs to know about the product, including the chip it's built on, the intelligence it's built on, the camera that it's providing, the screen display length, etc. So, this is how we can describe the product in Salesforce CPQ as well. Discussing the bundle products in Salesforce CPQ, bundle products are something which are sold together. For example, if I'm buying iPad Pro, then I'll get a USB charger along with the cable, like adapter and cable, I'll get both. So this is a bundle product. So product bundle is a combination of different products and services that are sold to customers as one combined product or service package. So time to create a bundle product in Salesforce CPQ. So whenever we log into our Salesforce CPQ org and we navigate to the products tab, then we can simply click on new and this screen will appear, which is being shown here. Right, so we can enter the basic information like product name and product code and product family. Also, one important tip number one that I will give you in this webinar is make sure that you make the product active, because if you do not make the product active, it will not be visible in the quote line editor product selection page. Now moving on towards the next section, that is Salesforce CPQ configuration. Now this section is important when we are making a bundle. Right, if we are making a standalone product, then we can omit this part, but if we are making a bundle, then this is very important. Let's discuss more deeply about this section. So like the first field that I have is configuration type. Now the values configuration type can be allowed, disabled, or required. So these are the three values that configuration type can have. And this configuration type field actually tells us that whether it will allow the sales rep to get the configurator screen, like when they will get the configurator screen and whether they will get the configurator screen or not. Configuration event is upon what the sales step will be able to configure the products. For example, upon save, upon load, upon edit, etc. So depending on the business use case, we can have values in it. Then we have option selection method. Option selection method can be click or add. This is all option selection method and option layout. This is all that how the product options will be looking on the code line editor screen. This can be customized according to the business use case. And then we can give the pricing method, which can be list, block, cost, etc. Tip number second, that if whenever we'll complete this process of making a product bundle, after this we can save this, right? After we make the product bundle, it is very important to enter a price book entry for the price books in the related section for that product. Because again, if we will not do this, then our product will not be visible in the product selection page on the code line editor. After we create a bundle, let's make a product feature. So basically, a bundle, after making a bundle, we make a product feature. For example, if I'm buying an iPad Pro, so iPad Pro act as a parent object, right? Parent product. Then we can make a feature called accessories, wherein I can add my charger and cable. So this is like I'm categorizing or giving. I'm organizing my product options. So with the help of product features, I can organize my product options. So again, we have to just go to product feature tab. I click on new and we have to filter basic detail. Also, we can go to the product that we made. We can go to related. We have a feature related list there. From there, we can click on new and we can fill this basic information. And yes, up feature will be created. Moving on to the product options for parent product. Now, what we need to do is our feature is created. We need to create product options for the feature. So here in this case, we are creating product options as the cable and the charger, right? That is the adapter. So when we'll go to the related list again on the iPad Pro parent product, in the related list, we can find product option related list. We can click on new. This screen will appear. Therein, we can add the basic information like the sorting number. This will be something, yeah. An optional SKU, it is something which I will choose. Like I had already created a product iCharger. So I will choose that iCharger product in the optional SKU. And then I can give it a number, sorting number 10. Then selected or required is again upon the business use case. I can mention the quantity, like how much product options I am giving with this bundle. And then in the feature, I can add the feature that I just created some time back. Then we have this field called component. This is very important to know. Like whenever you create a product option, you can create it as a component. You can create it as a related product, or you can create it as an accessory. So the three things they differ by the quantity. For example, if it is a component, then if I'm the quantity of the bundle will get multiplied with the quantity of the component. For example, if I'm buying iPad Pro, like if I'm buying two iPad Pros, then automatically the quantity of the charger will also become two. But if it is a related product, then if I'm buying two iPad Pro, that does not mean that the charger quantity will also be the same. It will be according to what sales rep has chosen. Moving on to the next, this is how after configuring the product, parent product, the product feature, and the product option, this is how it will look on the code editor screen. I've added one more product, iCable. So this is also shown here. Now moving on to product rules. So this is so in the previous slide we saw that how we will be able to configure the product features, and the product options. Now we will be deciding, like we will be discussing how to create the product rules. Why to create product rules? What could be an example of a product rule? A simple rule is that since in the previous slide I show you, I created two product options, iCharger and iCable. So it is like if I am selecting the charger, if I want, automatically the cable should be selected. This can be a scenario of implementing the product rule. So we have a product rule is driven by the if then structure. It works like if and then structure. So like for example, first we need to create a product rule by going to the product tab, product rule tab, clicking on new. We'll be creating a product rule. Then secondly, we will create a configuration rule. Configuration rule means that we will associate this product rule to some product. Here in this case, we will create a product rule and we will associate it to the product iPad Pro. Then we have create error condition. After this, in the related tab of the product rules, again, we will create an error condition. Then we will create an action. And then again, we will go back to the product option for which we have created it. And then we will update it. So simple example is again the same, that auto select iCable when the iCharger is selected. So we have to go to the product rule tab. We have to click on new. We have to enter the name. Again, we have to make it active. Otherwise, this will not work in the code line editor. That was tip number 3. Now we have conditions met set to all. Then we have scope code. Scope can be like here it is like it's a basic like the basic screen I have taken. I will go into the example. We'll see that where there I have chosen the scope as product because I am applying this rule to a product called iPad Pro. Then we have evaluation event. Evaluation event actually tells us like upon save or upon load, like when this product rule will work. And then we have a message. Message is something which is used to describe a message in case of alert. Like if I'll tell you, if this type is alert, product rule is a type of alert, then we will use this message field. Let's discuss this type field more in more detail. So basically, the product rules can be of 4 types, which is filter rules, selection rules, alert rules, and validation rules. Depending upon the business use case, we can define, we can select which type of product rule it would be. For example, here in this case, I want auto selection. So I will use the selection rule. That's allowed to set an option as pre-selected or required under a certain condition. And it will automatically add or remove the product options from the bundle in the code. So this is how, after that, we can go to the configuration rules in the related list and we can configure it for a product. Here I can choose iPad Pro, and the default, the rest of the fields can be default as shown. Then I will create an error condition, and then I will create a product action. Also, after that, I will update the product option, not the product, parent product, but product option upon which I want it. Like, like, which I will mention it in the action condition. That product option has to be um, the apply immediately checkbox has to be set to true for that product option. So let's quickly see an example. So I created a product rule. Then I associated a configuration rule. I selected the iPad Pro. I associated it with the iPad Pro. Then I created a error condition which says that if the product option chosen is a charger, then action says please add cable also. And then again I went back to the product option and I applied the apply immediately to true. So this is how we can configure product rules, product features, product options, and together we can make a product bundle. Over to you, Prateek.
Thank you so much, Divya, for this wonderful session, for helping us understand the Salesforce CPQ bundle configurations. Uh, at any point of time, if you guys have any questions, you can reach back to sales@rialtes.com. You'll get to see the locations that we have. So we are again a global company. We're working out of US, India, Canada, UAE, Singapore. Uh, you can use these email IDs and send us your questions, and we can help those answer. Another thing is we keep running our webinar series for Salesforce every Thursdays, for SAP every Tuesdays. So keep following us on LinkedIn and explore what more topics that we are going to be speaking about in the near future. Look forward to meeting you again next Thursday when it comes to Salesforce webinars. Once again, appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining in. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, rest of the afternoon, and rest of the evening. Thank you. Thank you, Divya.
Thank you, everyone.